Today I'm going to be talking about wax begonia and broadleaf plantain. Let's see what they do. The wax begonia, Begonia cucullata. Cucullata means hooded, and it's named that because of its flowers. The way they have these little hoods on them, and then when they turn to seed, they kind of look like sharks. You can eat the leaves and flowers raw or cooked. They're sour, full of oxalic acid again. Very little bitterness in these. They taste like green apples to me. They can have a bitter or swampy flavor though if they've been spending most of their time growing in water. Plants will absorb whatever they're sitting in. So again, watch out for pesticides, watch out for contaminated water. You want to eat something that's fresh. The flowers can be red, pink, or white. Mine are kind of a pink and white. There are many edible species of begonia. You do want to make sure you're eating one of the edible species. It's eaten from Mexico to India. The roots and tubers have been used in traditional medicine for centuries. It's a good source of food and medicine, super high in vitamin C. In some rural areas, they use the oxalic acid to curdle their milk to make cheese. Besides for curdling milk, the sap can be used to treat coughs, make a tea out of the leaves to treat colds. It's an antibacterial plant. It's also a diuretic, and you can also cook the leaves down as like a spinach type of green. You can put the sap on wounds, make concoctions for fevers and coughs. You can use the shoots for upset stomachs. The plant blooms constantly, so you'll be able to see its little flowers all year round. The leaves are glossy green ovals with little toothed edges. And that is all I have for begonia, wax begonia. Sour. Plantain is one of the major plants in an herbalist world. It is known as one of the big healing herbs. I found a broadleaf plantain, so I want to talk about that. A poultice of the leaves can be applied to any kind of wounds, stings, to reduce pain and swelling. It is almost miraculous, they say, the way it'll heal up your wounds. It prevents and can draw out infections. It's an analgesic, antioxidant, high in calcium, high in vitamins A, C, and K. The leaves are edible when they're young and tender, but as they age, they get very stringy, and you can actually use those strings in bushcraft. I haven't really tried it out yet. I played with the little cords in the leaves, and they're pretty sturdy. I bet you could make a little rope or something with it. They can be cooked down in stews when they're older. You just have to cook it down a lot. Plantain is a weak antibiotic, so that's really cool. You don't usually see that, or I haven't seen it a lot in plants. This is the first time, and I think that's really cool. It is also an anti-ulcer plant. You can make a tea out of the leaves. Just pour hot water onto the leaves and let it steep about 10 minutes and drink it, and about a couple times a day, and it will help with the pain and inflammation and heal your ulcers in your mouth. So that's really cool. Useful plant. Shakespeare actually mentions it a couple times in his plays when people call out for it to heal their shins. The root was traditionally used to treat wounds, fevers, and respiratory infections. It's also an antihistamine, so when you make it into that tea, you've got a good allergy medicine as well. I saw a recipe where they mixed the plantain leaves with elderflowers and mint and made a wonderful allergy tea out of it, and that sounds really good. You use about 1 teaspoon of dry or fresh leaves per mug of tea. You can also use the plantain seeds. If you collect them and then let them dry out before stripping the stem, you can grind it in a coffee grinder to add to your flour. Boil it down like a sago, kind of like tapioca. The seeds are rich in vitamin B1, and you can either eat them raw or cooked. The seed husks are really absorbent. They're good for dietary fiber, and they help with stomach issues like constipation. And that is all I have for Plantago major plantain broadleaf. It is Father's Day weekend, so I want to wish a happy Father's Day to all the dads out there who are watching me. I want to wish my dad happy Father's Day. He's traveling, so I can't really spend it with him, but I love him. And happy Father's Day to my father-in-law, who works so hard all the time. Thank you guys. Happy Father's Day. If you're into archery, I found this really cool chick, AnnaTheArcher. If you want to check her out, tell her Kirsty Forages sent you. She's all about archery and safety using a bow, tips and tricks. She's really cool. Just set my phone in a cow patty. Mind focus. Do.
Alright.
Hi.
Yep.
April O'Neil here. Sour. I'm not supposed to eat the sour ones. There's a big old hawk. It's huge. Circling around. It's probably as big as me. It's like as big as the cows.
What is it?
A hawk. Okay, next plant. That could be my next plant. I've got it. My brand.